Hey YouTube, in this short video, I want to show you why you're currently stuck at £20,000 a month and how to 4x your revenue in the next few months. I'm going to share with you 3 very powerful principles of exactly what's keeping you stagnant and exactly what steps you need to take in order to scale your coaching or consultancy or agency owned business. Now, who am I to tell you this information? Well, my name is Jazz Rose and I've been running businesses for the last 20 years. I took my first coaching and consultancy business, which was initially a football coaching business for primary schools. I took it from £30 a week to scaling it to a £3 million recurring revenue generating company. And in the course of the duration that I owned that business, I scaled it to over £20 million across the lifespan of that business, employed hundreds of people across the journey, and sold it in 2020. Now, when I sold it, I decided to retire, chill out, and enjoy more time with my loved ones. And I was sharing insights on Instagram about how to scale a business and ultimately how to do it well. Lots of people were reaching out for advice on coaching and consultancy and were pressuring me to put on a program. So I started to do that, and I did that. And on the first program, several people made up to £30,000 literally within a matter of weeks. That's when I knew I had something special, and I shifted my skill set from coaching in schools to being able to coach entrepreneurs on what are the skills, techniques, and tactics that they need in order to scale their business significantly so that they can have a multi-million-pound enterprise and have joy, peace of mind, energy, and time to do the things that they truly love to do. So if that resonates with you and you're somewhere in the region of £20,000 a month, let me break down the 3 things that are keeping you stuck. Number 1, you probably don't have a clear and consistent client attraction system. What do I mean? You don't have a consistent method of attracting new clients. Perhaps you're currently relying on word of mouth. And what that probably tells us is that you're really good at what you do as a coach, consultant, agency owner, or expert business owner. However, you're potentially relying on word of mouth and referrals and these sorts of business strategies. Now, hey, great. Word of mouth and referrals will get you so far. Picking up the phone to people that you've worked with in the past and all of those tactics, sending out dozens of DMs to new potential prospects, that will get you so far. And kudos to you for getting to £20,000 a month. And there's another level that you need to go to. Without a clear and consistent client attraction system, that means that millions of people just don't know who you are. I mean, either way, millions of people don't know who you are anyway. But what you've got to do as an expert business owner is create an attraction system that enrolls clients into you. Why is that important? So that before they jump on a call with you, before they have a one-on-one meeting with you, here's what you want to understand and make sure that you have critically clear inside your client attraction model. They want to know these 3 things: who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. Why is that important? Because now that they know who you are, what you do, and how you can help, it significantly reduces the amount of time that you need to spend on that phone call, and it specifically increases the conversion on the sales process. Meaning that if 1,000 people watch your client attraction system, they already know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, then 100 of those people might enroll into booking a call, and of those 100 people, then you can quickly enroll 30 of those potential clients into your business. Can you see how this starts to frame together? Now you might be thinking, hey Jazz, what do you mean by a client attraction system? Well, there's lots of different ways that you can do this. One is you could do a world-class video sales letter. Now, maybe you've got a video sales letter already and you're thinking, but I've got that already. But here's the thing, is that you need to tweak it, improve it, and enhance it so that it's better. And you need to create an advert that continually starts to drive new people towards it so that more people see it. Once you have good volume on it, track the metrics step by step of how many people are viewing this video and how many people are then converting to book a call. Okay, and whether you do it for a video sales letter or you can do it a different way. Maybe you have a live webinar. So if you're a coach, this is a very appropriate way to do things. I've made hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pounds through webinar delivery alone. So this is one way that many of my clients have gone on to scale from like £5,000 a month up to £150,000 per month How? By delivering your world-class webinar that gets people to know who you are, what you do, and how you help. And there's nuance to it. There's coaching that needs to happen in terms of understanding what to say, how to say it. A really good book that I would recommend for really good delivery and really good webinars is Jason Fladlien. Just type in Jason Fladlien into Amazon and I'll drop the link somewhere below this video so that you can get that book. It is it's called Selling One to Many or One to Many Sales or something like that. And he walks you through an entire process to do that really successfully. The other way that you can do it, you can do mini masterclasses. Now, here's the mistake that I see a lot of coaches, consultants, and expert business owners make is they do these like one-on-one calls or they do these like one-on-one demos with clients, and that's cool. And again, it will get you to 20K, maybe even 25, 30K a month. But if you want to scale, that's going to take way too much of your time. So a much better way to do it is to get 100, 200 people into a live webinar, present the opportunity, and then bang, now you've got 30, 60, 80 potential booked calls, people that are booking calls with your team, and then you can enroll clients in a much, much quicker and cleaner way. And whether that's through a live webinar, a video sales letter, which is a static video which demonstrates who you are, what you do, and how you help, or whether you do it through short mini courses video, guess what? It's already done and it's already continually attracting new clients. Now imagine what can happen if you have a really good advert or a really good ad set that drives people to that video sales letter every single day. And then 100 people are watching that every single day. And then of those 100 people, maybe 10 of those people are booking calls with your team. What would that look like for you? And of those 10 people, boom, 4 of them are now converting at 15, 20K a piece. Can you see how this can start to really elevate your business and make sure that you're getting consistent results on the client attraction side? So if that sounds good, go ahead and make sure that that is something that you are implementing into your system. And before I move on to the pressure point, which is number 2, number 3 is going to be the most critical and the most profound. So make sure that you stick around to the end of this video. And you can also do postal campaigns, email campaigns, and potentially combining those two, postal and the video stuff, would be a really good way to consistently attract the clients. Don't just do it once, but do it consistently, measure the results so that you can see where the success lies and what needs to be tweaked in order to improve your performance so that you can scale from 20K a month to 40K a month and then scale it up to 80K a month. That's exactly what happened to one of my clients, Shola. She literally went from 5,000 a month to 10, and then from 10 to 20, and then from 20 to 40, from 40 to 80, and then eventually she hit 150, and now she continues to do between 80 and 150K per month. So here's problem number 2, is you're focused on too much client delivery. Now, client delivery is special, and I know what the pain is like. You're probably thinking, but I love what I do. I've got so many clients, they just need my individual help. Let me break down a few very powerful ways in which you can remove your time and energy from that, and also place your time and energy in actually doing the marketing. Because, you know, the experts will always tell you, look, it's not necessarily about who's got the best product, it's who's got the best promotion. McDonald's does not have the best product in the world. However, they are one of the biggest real estate and food companies in the world. Why? Because they have magnificent, world-class promotion. So spend more of your time on promotion and less of your time on client delivery. You might be thinking, but Jazz, how do I do that successfully without offboarding my clients and without losing them? Well, I was speaking to a client not too long ago, and I was like, how much time are you spending on client delivery? It seems like they're spending way too much time and energy there. And then she was like, oh my goodness, well, I've got these calls to do and I've got this to do. And, you know, when clients have a problem, they always message me, so I'm always getting back to them. That's all gobbledygook. Here's how you start to structure. And this is what you need, is structure. It's not that you don't get back to these people. It's that you have a clear and definitive structure to do it successfully. So let's say, for example, that then same client who's having 20 calls a week at random times of day, she just has a calendar slot. Hey, Fridays between 10 and 12 is a time where you can jump in, ask any question and get the answer and get a solution that you need. And then you can have like Fridays or a day of the week of your choosing that you specifically select to speak with clients and customers. I'll give you a personal example. When I was running my previous company, JNC Education, and also now as I run Premium Profits, helping business owners to scale, I typically don't answer my phone between any time of the day until 3 to 5. So unless it's urgent, unless it's from like my PA or somebody really tight in the team that needs an urgent response on something, I check my messages in the morning, clear those out maybe 7 o'clock as I come into the office, and then I don't check it again until 3 o'clock. Now, it's not a perfect science, and I'm not saying that I never check it, because I do sometimes, but generally speaking, between 3 and 5, that's when I'm going to get back to everybody, clear my desk, and then I know that I'm ready to go. And my clients, my teams, they know that, so they know that what my time frames and my cadence looks like. And what that does, it means that I can batch. It means that I can batch all of my messages together. So instead of going back and forth and flipping tasks, I can then do that one task. I can focus on it, I can hone on it. And when I'm doing something like this, I'm doing a video, I can specifically focus in on it, and I can then deliver it to the best of my ability without getting interrupted. So what's the task and the challenge that I need you to do? I want you to do a time audit. What does that look like? How much time do you spend doing each activity? You just map it out step by step of what you did between 8 and 9, what you did between 9 and 9:15, what did you do between 9:15 and 9:45. List it out. List what type of task it is, and I will drop a time audit spreadsheet in the description below so that you can implement that almost straight away for your business. Okay, and it makes it much easier for you. So what are you doing at that particular time? And then it will tally it all up for you so that you can see how much of your time are you spending doing BS tasks that don't actually add revenue. Focus on income generating activity. What is the thing that you can do in your business that only you can do that adds the most value? For example, only I can do a video like this to camera about what I do, how I do it, and who I can help. So therefore, I'm going to spend more time doing stuff like this, and then I'm going to send it to an editor who can then do the back-end task, who can put it all together, pop it onto YouTube, and all of the other tasks behind it. Because I don't want to spend excess time, even if it seems like 10 minutes, those 10 minutes add up, and then that then just like kills my time and energy from doing other things that are going to attract more customers and more clients into my business. So do the time audit and get it done well so that you can start to focus on like 4 days of client attraction stuff and 1 day of client delivery, or get that rhythm cadence right for your business so that you're spending not excess time on client delivery, but you're spending the majority of your time on enrolling new clients into your business. And this brings us on to number 3. When I sold my previous business and I started this coaching consultancy business, at the time I was doing somewhere around 80 to 90,000 pounds a month, and I realized that I was like working the business, I was doing really well, but I was thinking, how do I scale it to the next level? What's kind of like missing? And then I went to a mentor. I paid 50,000 pounds to him. He told me this. He looked at my business and asked me a few questions. He said, I totally got it. Like, your client attraction model working really well, brilliant. You're getting new people in, but you've got no back end. I said, what do you mean no back end? And then he explained it to me, and he was like, you've got no retention model to keep the clients that you've already got. And at the time, I had this philosophy that I want to do such a good job that my clients don't need me. But what I didn't pay attention to was the fact that every problem leads to another problem. Here's what I mean. In your business, when you help your clients achieve a certain result, there's going to be a success level that they achieve, and then there's going to be another challenge that they're going to face at that level of success. So a simple example would be, if I teach you how to get 20 more clients into your business every single week, then the next challenge that you're going to have is potentially, how do I actually build a team of operations and delivery so that these clients can get the same level of success without me physically doing the work? So there's always another problem that leads to another problem, which means that you have an opportunity to have a client retention model that not only keeps your clients, but also keeps them engaged, keeps them referring new business to you, and then you have that continuous evolution. So what does that look like though for your business, and how can you do it? I had a client, let's call him James. Now, James has a really good consultancy business, and he was charging about £5,000 per client. The first thing that I taught him to do was shift that price point from £5,000 to more like £15,000 so that he can create more profitability within his business model. But let's start at the 5K price point and see what it looks like on a client retention model in order to keep numbers simple. So he's charging 5K. I said, what happens after you deliver this world-class training to these 50 or these 100 people in these corporate institutions? He was like, well, nothing, like that's it, I delivered the training. And I said, no, what challenges do they have? And he said, well, maybe I can put on something that actually helps them and they can check in. So maybe you can have like a check-in clinic once a month when we do your audit and review to see, okay, we've delivered the training and now we're doing an audit to see how you're getting on, and we're reviewing it to see what you need to do next in order to enhance the outcomes of the training that I've already provided for you. Here's a kicker, is you want to do this, you want to find ways to do this digitally. Not all the time you're going to be live in person. So let's say you did have a retention model, which was like £500 per month. And then you come in once a month for a couple of hours, or you're on Zoom with them once a month for a couple of hours, and potentially they get access to an online resource. Because corporate companies, they always have new people coming in. And if you're doing this as a coach and you're working more one-to-one, then your clients are always going to have new challenges that they face, that they want to get support on, they want to get tactical feedback on, so that they can scale faster. So having that additional £500 a month, boom, now you just added your lifetime, now you just added and extended the lifetime value of your client from £5,000, and now you've added an additional £6,000 or thereabouts per year to the business per client. And what does that mean? That means that every client is worth £6,000 plus more to you, and that means that even after the 12 months they can continue paying that £500 per month to retain. Also, in addition to that, that means that they've got more time to get value from you, and that simply leads to more referrals and more business coming in. So what are the 3 things that we focused on today? Client attraction, making sure that you have a consistent client attraction model. Number 2, making sure that you're not spending 90% of your time on client delivery. As good as you are, you either get someone else to do it, and or you make sure that you structure your time in a rigid way, or in a more structured way that enables you to focus more time on marketing and gaining new clients into the business. And number 3 is making sure that you have a client retention model, some sort of continuity, something that they can get access to on an ongoing basis so that they can deal with the challenges as and when they arrive, and then they've got you there to support them every single time. And when I say you, I mean not specifically you as a human being, I mean you as in your company. So maybe someone else in your company can do that retention client support on the back end, which then frees you up to actually be the owner of the business rather than the operator of the business. So what part stood out most for you, and what actions are you going to take? Drop a comment below to give YouTube some feedback and let them know that you found this video valuable. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you're first to get new videos that I release just like this. And if you want some support, some guidance, some clarity about how to implement this type of strategy for your specific coaching, consultancy, or agency type business, then I'll drop a link below this video so that you can book a call with my team or myself, and we can walk you through a bespoke strategy so that you can scale your expert business. And if you want us to help you to implement any of those strategies, then we can certainly discuss that once you book your call below. My name's Jazz Rose. You've been fantastic, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.